next Wednesday.
You came here for a job.
A partnership. So even though you may be engaged, you might be seeing me around here quite a bit.
It looks like some dreams are coming true.
So how much did he walk away with? $787,000.
And some nightmares
I found a good guy, but it still feels like something's missing.
are just beginning.
I am not crazy.
I hope you're sitting down.
I'm a rebound chick now?
Is it legal?
How did you know this stock would do this?
All right, Sistas fans, you just saw the trailer for next week's episode, Run Tell That, and my goodness. Now, I'm trying to be subjective here because, you know, we should be used to it by now. When it comes to trailers, specifically for Tyler Perry shows, there could be a lot of effective misdirection. There were a couple moments in this trailer where it looked like a person was on the phone with someone else. And, you know, I'm kind of wondering if, for example, there's a scene where Danny's talking to someone and saying, hey, I found a great guy. I found a good guy, but it just feels like something is missing. And in the very next scene, it looks like she's on the phone with Fatima, but that could just be, well, not the case. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like, you know, I'm going to get, and this is just me guessing here. Let's say Andy and the girls are supposed to do something, but she asked Fatima to call the girls, and maybe it's going to be Danny saying, hi, Danny, this is Fatima. Andy wanted me to say such and such, and maybe they're on the phone briefly, and maybe Fatima gets a whiff of, you know, some despair, you know, from Danny, and it's like, hey, girl, is everything okay? And then it's like, yeah, you know, I found a good guy, but just something feels like it's missing, which would be interesting because if nothing else, maybe that will give Danny even more of a reason to be trusting towards Fatima, because she's still on that whole, you know, I don't fully trust you, girl. I know we kind of click because we're alike, but, you know, that whole Zach thing is complicated and whatnot. So maybe this could be a light scene of these two bonding a little bit more. Or she could just be on the phone with Sabrina. Because speaking of which, Zach is still in disbelief over the stock success. He goes to the bank and talks to one of the employees, and she asks how he knew about this particular stock blowing up. And he honestly said, well, he says, I didn't know because, well, I don't know if Zach is aware of this, but even though Tony, the woman that gave him the information to begin with, said it's not legal, but this is a good way for you to make money. Hopefully he sticks to his guns and just says, hey, I don't know. I don't know about how this stock blew up. It just happened. So it looks like, you know, he will sell the stock because he actually walks out of the bank. And then there's a moment where Sabrina goes up to this employee and asks, and she said, wow, he walked out with $787,000. And Sabrina's like, oh. And when I first saw the trailer, I'm like, no, Sabrina, because you know this girl cannot keep her mouth shut. Because remember, Sabrina was in her office when Zach walked into the bank to talk with Maurice about setting up an account. And then, you know, Danny's like, wait, what is he doing in the bank? You know, I'll tell you later, girl. So then that's when, you know, she comes out, and then obviously Zach like, oh, hell no, because he put all of his money into the stock. So when he asked Maurice about it, it's like, well, sir, the amount of money that you just put into the stock, you know, it would take a couple days for us to reverse it, get your money back, and then you can go to another bank. So Maurice talks to Sabrina because Sabrina asked the question, and there's like $19,000. What? So yeah, we do know that Karen's on the phone with somebody, and she's saying he's legal. And at first I thought it said, is it legal in regards to, you know, the money? So I'm guessing she could be talking with Sabrina, and this could be in regards to the stock, because if so, this is going to lead to a whole lot of trouble. Because my biggest fear is like, and that's the trick of Tyler Perry shows, and whenever it seems like somebody's winning, it's going to fall apart. Now remember, the foundation of Zach getting into this situation was him being a good employee. Remember, and I'll do a separate video on this, but remember at the time, he was hustling his butt off at the job, you know, to make as much money as possible, you know, by going above and beyond the call of duty as an employee to get tips. And you remember Tony lost or forgot her laptop on the plane, and, you know, he actually stopped the plane in order to get the luggage. and then that's how he got the stock tip, because he wanted a tip. It's like, oh no, I wasn't asked for a tip. Well, hey, here's my number and here's some information. Put all the money you have onto the stock. And basically that's how Zach did it, because he was a good Samaritan. And I know there are some arguments made about, well, Zach has this money, who deserves this, who should he be with. That will be its own separate video, but let me just tell you this. What I would hate if it's Sabrina blabs this kind of thing to Karen, who, remember, is about to go through some crippling financial times for herself, because remember, what's his name, Isaiah, left the salon and took a bunch of customers with him. So now she's going to be in a bit of a financial bind. And Zach gave her $5,000 of the $77,000 that he owed her. So there's $72,000 left. So what I don't want to happen is she finds out Zach has this big financial windfall, then comes knocking on his door for, hey, I need the rest of the money you owe me. And it's like, that shouldn't be how it is, because Zach said, hey, here's $5,000. I'm going to work to get the rest, and then, I'll pay you off, and, we'll be good. So what I would hate is for Karen to feel entitled because, oh, Zach has money now, so now he can pay me back all the money he owes me. That way I can make it through this, dry spell with the salon. Then, for one reason or another, Zach is found out because of his illegal stock activity, loses the money, and then Karen finds out. It's like, well, I heard you had almost $1 million in the bank, and then the money's taken away. So now Zach has a bad rep because of illegal activity. Then if this gets back to Fatima, he might end up getting dumped by her, and then he's out on the street again. I hope that's not what happens, but with this show, you never know. And speaking of the bank, Jacoby randomly pops up, and then Sabrina goes out to, I don't know if she's like going out to lunch or if she's just, randomly heading out of the door, and Jacoby, intercepts her, and he goes, Sabrina, I'm not crazy, but it's like, you're kind of pulling crazy tendencies. The fact that you show up at 11 p.m. saying that it's not late, and then you show up to the place you were fired from. What the hell are you doing at the bank, Jacoby? Because at this point, even I'm like, okay, dude, come on, man. It's like, you're getting to the point of being Calvin level. What the hell are you still doing in the show? But we have Q. It looks like it's still the next morning, obviously, but Q wants to chill at the apartment while Maurice is going to work. And of course, Maurice is like, hell to the no, you getting out of here. So I just wonder what that conversation is going to be like. Danny tells Sabrina that, sorry. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I actually mixed up my notes here. Remember, in the trailer for the episode you just saw at the beginning of the video, but there's also the clip at the end of the episode with the credits. And yeah, in my notes here, it says Danny's talking with Sabrina about finally meeting a good guy, but something's missing. And Sabrina tells her that she does this all the time. So no, Danny is not talking with Fatima about Preston. She's talking with, she's talking with Sabrina, not Fatima. My bad. So I guess this does mean that Sabrina's on the phone with Karen about that damn money. All right. And I guess the last part, well, actually there's two. Fatima's telling Zach, so what, I'm a rebound chick now? God. I don't know. I feel like I've spoken my piece about Fatima and Zach in my episode review, so I'll just leave that there. And about Andy Robin, it looks like, he's applied for a partnership with the law firm. So even though he's not working at the law firm Andy does, there's a partnership in place, so he'll be around more often than he is now. And Andy doesn't look too upset about that. Hell, she even says that, well, he even says, wow, Andy, this meeting we had could have been over at telecom, but hey, it's just an excuse because you'll be seeing him around a bit more. And then finally, it looks like there's a brief blink and you miss a moment where Andy comes home, and it looks like she's looking at the bedroom door like she overhears something. And remember, Gary said that the therapist wanted to meet at the apartment with the two of them after work, so it's possible they're in there doing exercises. So, with that being said, that's all I have to say about the preview for next week. Run Tell That. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And with that being said, I'll talk to you in the next video.